Isn't being human awesome? It really is, right? We don't know of anything else like it in the whole universe. We have volition, imagination, and the ability to create. Think about it. Your dog may really want a ham sandwich, but he can't make it for himself. But you can make it for both of you. And that ability to create, no matter how small it may seem, is a clue to something much bigger about what we are. Spoiler alert. Our title today is You Are the Sky. Yonggi Mingyur Rinpoche, I got it, wrote, "The mind is like the sky, vast and empty. Yet everything arises and dissolves within it." The other night, Louis and I were out walking in the park and admiring the moon. From where we stood, it just looked like half a silver coin shining in the sky. But as we walked, we started talking about how Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. Suddenly, the sky didn't feel so flat or far away. It was vast and deep and had dimension, felt so real. When we look up, it's easy to think of the sky as out there, and we are down here. But our sweet little blue planet is spinning around right in the middle of that infinite velvet expanse. Earth isn't separate from space. We are in it and a part of it. Science tells us that everything, including us, is made of energy. The very same energy, just holding different shapes. A star, a rose, a tree, morel, we're all just different forms arising from the same source. And that's not just a scientific idea, that's a spiritual one too. Source is all there is. All energy and matter arise from and within source, the way every wave is a part of the sea. And source is intelligent and creative. It's intentional and organized. And so that means this is true of you, too. You weren't just made by a creator the way a potter makes a pot, but is separate from the clay. You are made of the same creative stuff as Source itself. We are woven right in to this incredible universe, made of the same spark that set the stars in motion and brought everything on earth to life, with the earth tilting just so, with it spinning just so, in just the right place in the Milky Way. That was not an accident. We are not an accident. We don't just live under the sky, we're a part of it. And yet, we get so focused on our daily routines that we kind of lose track of who we are. The moon turns back into a silver coin, and we get caught up in the small confines of our regularly scheduled life. We collect experiences and begin to use them to define ourselves. Painful memories, strong emotions, cultural norms, gender identities, professional skills and talents, fears, all the roles that we play become like bricks. We take them and make bricks, and we stack them together to form our identity. And then we tell ourselves, this is who I am. And a lot of this happens without us even really noticing we've done that. We don't wake up one morning and say, I think I'll build a fortress around my personality. We just do whatever keeps us feeling safe and comfortable. We learn which parts get praised and what gets criticized. We get what gets us some attention, what keeps us from feeling embarrassed or rejected. And little by little, our survival strategies become our identity. Now, it's not wrong or bad to have an identity. You kind of have to, right? That's how we navigate our lives. The issue is that it can begin to obscure the view of what we really are. Because when something threatens this identity that we've built up, we react. Someone criticizes us and we feel exposed or rejected. Plans change and we tense up and we scramble to keep up, or we resist the shift. Can't do it. Someone questions our opinions. Oh boy. Someone questions our opinions or does something against what we think is right, and before we even have time to think, we're defending, explaining, justifying, or shutting down. Our reactions can be immediate and intense because there's a primal protective part of our brains that's trying to keep us safe, right? It can't tell the difference between an actual physical danger, a saber-toothed tiger, or a challenge to this identity that it has created. It can't tell. Our nervous system kicks in with fight, flight, or freeze before our rational minds can even assess what's really happening. We may charge out to defend ourselves or retreat behind our forest walls, fortress walls. Those walls may give us a temporary feeling of security, but they also can make our lives feel pretty small. They're kind of too rigid to allow curiosity. They keep us rehearsing old stories rather than allowing us to be open to life the way it's really happening right now. It takes us out of the present. We're busy regretting the past or forecasting the future, and we're not in the present moment, right? Caught up in our heads. Bit by bit, they cut us off from the wider view of wonder and possibility. Spiritual growth invites us to notice when we're hiding behind a wall that we've built. Take a breath, pause, slow down. Ask yourself, what am I protecting right now? Most of the time it isn't our true spiritual nature, but the small identity that we've constructed and mistaken for ourselves. Sometimes what we're protecting is our own unhealed emotion, right? We build walls to keep from feeling pain, but emotions are already inside us, part of the internal atmosphere of our lives. We can think of them as weather patterns of our body and mind. If you've ever flown an airplane on a gray, drizzly day, you know that the storm is only part of the lower atmosphere, when down here closest to the earth. Once the plane climbs up above and breaks through the cloud cover, the sky above is clear and bright. It's untouched by the rain below. Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron said, "You are the sky. Everything else is just weather." As Morel mentioned about meditation, when we quiet the chatter of our minds and step back just a little bit in this quiet space, we recognize that the observer, the part of us that is able to just observe our thoughts and emotions, is unaffected by the weather of our lives. And that is what we truly are. The weather moves through the sky, but it doesn't change the sky's true nature. In the same way, our emotions move through us, but they do not define who we are. Sadness wraps a heavy blanket of rain around us. Anger rises and thunders through us. Fear blows through like a sudden chilling wind. Joy fills us with radiant, sunny warmth. When a wave of grief crashes over us or a worried thought darkens our horizon, it can feel like that emotion is all there is. But emotions are energy in motion. Remember, we're energy. Emotions are meant to move. They're meant to move through us. But so often we don't let them. We get overwhelmed. So we grab onto a story that keeps the storm swirling inside. We rehearse who wronged us. We rehearse what happened or what terrible thing might happen next. Or we try to numb the feelings away. We reach for our screen. We go shopping. We overwork. Or we turn to food, alcohol, and substances to try to distract us from the storms inside. Over time, we put a shield over our hearts and try to protect ourselves. Letting the internal storm move through takes practice. It requires us to let go of those distractions and just pause. Let's just pause for a moment. Pause. Take a breath with me. We can give permission to whatever is present within us to be there without trying to fix it or change it. Just allow. It's okay. We might need to comfort ourselves. We can comfort ourselves. There's a few ways to do that. We can hug ourselves and breathe. Yeah. We can tap. There's a spot right here on the tip of your collarbone, and you can tap that. There's a whole body of research about tapping and how it can help us to move our emotional energy through our bodies. It's good stuff. We can meditate and come back to that observer within. Sometimes just allowing that there may be more to this story that we're telling ourselves than what we know is enough to allow that inner storm to start to pass through. We might not have all the answers, but trusting that there's more than what we know can be enough to help. Opening a compassionate space within our hearts and minds helps us to remember who we really are. We are not the passing storm, but the spacious awareness that's holding it all. And from that open space, we can gain perspective and freedom so that we can choose how to respond to life. It's never a good idea to respond to life from a stormy place. We're not in our right minds. There's actually scientific evidence that we're not thinking clearly when we're caught up in the storm of our emotions. It's not the time to make a decision. Bringing calmness, allowing the energy to move, we become clear and we can see clearly to make choices. Now, we've all heard the saying, the sky's the limit. But if you are the sky, then the limit isn't above you. It's in the stories you've been telling yourself. It's too late. I'm too old. I could never do that. That's just not who I am. I'm not blank enough. Fill in the blank. I'm not cute enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not slim enough. I'm not smart enough. Whatever it is. I'm not enough. Yeah. These self-limiting thoughts act like a low stone ceiling in our fortress, forcing us to stoop and play small, confining ourselves to life without a view. Faith asks us a higher question. What if? What if? What if something new is ready to be born through us? What if? As Reverend Bonnie shared last week, our creative spark is ignited when we open to the presence of creative source within us. We don't have to force that spark into being. We make room for it by becoming available and curious and willing and spacious and awake. All of this being the work that we're doing as we open ourselves. Seeing our lives through the lens of wonder and faith lifts that low ceiling right off, opening up a wide space of possibility where new ideas, new courage, and new expressions of love can come through like a breath of fresh air. When we release our tight grip on the illusions of not enough and step out into faith, we say yes. We say yes to the flow, yes to creativity, yes to the next faithful step. Yes to the boundless life of spirit that is moving through us, as us. And curiously, that space is wide enough to hold all of us. As we open to our true nature, we begin to recognize our interconnectedness with everything around us. When we look up at the night sky, we see countless points of light, each twinkling in the same wide darkness. Stars don't have to compete in order to shine. There is room for each light. The same is true of us. You don't have to hustle for your worth, prove your value, or outshine anyone else. You already belong. Your life is already held in the vastness of spirit, and so is everyone else. The person beside you, that person who challenges you, that person you love, and that person you have not met yet. A rainbow, a shooting star, a bolt of lightning, all belong in the same sky. And when we see one another through this lens of oneness, compassion flows naturally. We listen a little longer. We judge a little less. We remember that disagreement does not have to make someone our enemy. We can honor another person's uniqueness and still stand in our own light. The broad view of oneness isn't just a grand cosmic truth to contemplate when we're sitting under the stars. It's a lifeline for our daily lives. You are the sky is not just a beautiful idea. It's something to practice on an ordinary day. In traffic, when someone cuts you off. When you're standing at the sink, rehearsing a hard conversation. When you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and your brain is doing mental gymnastics. When life feels cramped or heavy, pause. Pause. Put your feet on the ground. Take a breath. Take several breaths. Notice what is moving in you without grabbing it or pushing it away. Be gentle with yourself. Trust that it is safe not to have all of the answers. It's okay. Let the emotions move through you. Let the stories go. Remind yourself, I am more than my thoughts and my emotions. You are the quiet, spacious awareness holding every experience of your life. You are vast in spirit, vast enough for wonder, possibility, and love, vast enough for unanswered questions, creative ideas, rest, and new beginnings. The next time you look up into the night sky, pause and wonder at that velvet expanse. Breathe and feel the pulse of star stuff within you. Let that vastness remind you of your own true nature. Remember, you are not beneath the sky. You are the sky.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. A bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. And here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Everybody. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Sing with us.
It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.